Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Steph Rants About Things for a while, and there's Animal Crossing in the background. Question for you, Steven. I was working in my garden, and I must get carried away yelling at the aphids and slugs and stuff, because I looked up and saw one of my neighbors running scared. Do I have that effect on everybody? Be honest with me. No, you don't have that effect on me. So, not everybody. Yeah. Today, I do actually have kind of something to talk about. I mean, today for you guys is the day of the first free title update for Monster Hunter Wilds. So you guys, by this point, if any of you play Monster Hunter, are probably already enjoying it. Me, I'm still the day before. Time is a weird thing. So, I wanted the weed, not the chair. Chair. Oh, now it's backwards. Oh, no. Chair, please. There we go. So, like... Oh, Pinky doing a singing, Simon's listening. Oh, that's so adorable. He's just plopped down listening. You two are adorable. I'm gonna talk with Simon. I was dig running into you, Steven. How's things? Want chat? My second time running into you today. The first was in your dreams. No, you weren't there. Pinky! What a super evening, blah. What's the latest? My schedule for tonight is packed. There's a monster movie on TV, video games to play, music to blast. It might just be an all-nighter. That's very fair. I wish I had the energy for those. I'll talk with these two while they're in their homes. And then I'll get to what I want to ramble about. Which is card game related, because I've been back attempting to learn Magic the Gathering. I still really don't understand how decks are built. Hey there, you sleep well? No, I never do. One chat. Hey, I'm trying to be more neighborly and get to know folks better, and I want to know about you. That cool? Alright, what should I ask you about? Oh. Hey, I know you know. It's your favorite drink. I gotta say soda, honestly. Really like soda? Yeah, soda's pretty refreshing. Like to drink it. Like to drink them when I need a breather. I remember there was this one vending machine that would always eat my money. I'd put in some change, hit the soda button, hear a bunch of noises, and then nothing. One time I was having the worst day. Just awful. All I wanted was some soda and 10 minutes to cool off. Like clockwork, the stupid machine ate my change. Again. So I just lost it and punched the machine so hard. I guess all the sodas I'd missed out on got stuck in the same spot. I'd wanted one soda, I got 16. It's very fair. I actually remember... I kind of have a story around vending machines. So, there was a vending machine outside of our Walmart. I think it was. Yeah, it was the Walmart in the town I grew up in. That had the Walmart brand sodas in it. It's really jangling my nerves. Tipping me off something fierce too. Well, there's no fish there, so. And you could get a can of soda there for 50 cents. So basically 2 for $1. I'm gonna sit on the stump while I tell this little story. Well, that meant that while it was a worse deal than buying, like, a case of cans of soda, you could basically, me, someone who was pretty broke most of the time, I could take, like, $2 in quarters to this vending machine and get, like, 4 cans of sodas. Soda, which was really nice. They eventually... After, like, I'd done this quite a few times, eventually that machine, the price, like, they stopped restocking it. Like, it had an out-of-order thing on it, even though it still worked. They just stopped restocking it and labeled it as out of order. They then, after they finally brought it back to order, it was like $1.50 for a can of soda, and it's like, no! You can get a bottle for $2 right there. And the bottle's bigger. Sorry, I was really focused on this. What you doing? Currently crafting a peach surprise box, just to see how I do at it. DIYs are able to learn by doing. Totally obsessed with it. Yeah, I'll learn how to make my own peach surprise box. They're giving me a lot of peach stuff for a pear town. But, yeah. I liked that vending machine, until they ruined it. But, yeah, I've been back trying to learn Magic the Gathering. And to do this, I re-downloaded Magic Arena. I have a bunch of packs to open, which I honestly think, just because I feel like it might be entertaining for Magic players and y'all alike, I'm thinking that I might just, like, next time I don't know what to stream, I might just stream Magic and open the cards and try to understand things. I'm currently not. Like, I was like, okay, I kind of know how card games work. I'm gonna try to just build a deck. I have a bunch of cards, because I have played Arena off and on, usually just using the starter decks, because I don't know much of what I'm doing. And, yeah, the deck I attempted to build was bad. Like, that's the only real way I can put it. It was just bad. I got completely just decimated. Mostly, I feel like this is a common thing. Like, I do not understand how to build a Magic the Gathering deck. Like, at all. I don't understand how you build a good deck, because none of it makes sense. And I know I've gone on this little ramble before, but, like, take Yu-Gi-Oh! In Yu-Gi-Oh!, you want to build gimmick puppets, just build gimmick puppets. You know, you hop on, you know, an online simulator, or even just hit Google, type in gimmick puppets, and then you see all of the cards in gimmick puppets. And you add those cards together with the, you know, read over them, put the best cards of the bunch into a deck, get to 40 cards, and you've got the start of a deck. It may not be amazing, but you've got the start of a deck. And honestly, in that case, it's mostly just bad because it's gimmick puppets. I say knowing full well that apparently gimmick puppets became meta at some point. I still don't understand how. Their new support didn't strike me as that crazy, but whatever. Like, that's just what you do in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it works. It gives you a starting point. Magic? I don't know. Like, even using Arena, it's so hard to sort things. Well, that's inappropriate. Hopefully YouTube is like, yeah, it's artwork. We got a very tall man going on. That's just gonna have to be on screen for a minute. Let's see. Is that real? We'll start with the statue, because statues tend to trip me up the most. No, he's got a book. That has laser eyes. That has a coffee stain, so I guess this is legitimate? Yes. There's no forgery of this painting. Got a deal. Yeah, I won't regret it, because there's never a forgery of that one, Red. That one's always legitimate. Now let's go. Watch YouTube, like, age-gate this video or something, because I almost want to, just to play it safe, apply a blur, but I don't know. I'm gonna trust that YouTube will understand it's art and not get mad at me. That's a lot of trust I'm giving YouTube. But I'm also lazy, so, like, you know. Like, I basically went, okay, well, from what I understand, I like the idea of blue. Mostly because blue is, in a way, the most Yu-Gi-Oh-esque of the color pie. Blue and black. Green a little bit. In that, like, blue is very interact with your opponent, do things on your opponent's turn, you know. Your turn, I think you mean our turn. You know, that kind of gameplay, which is, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what I know. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh! But everything has more of a cost now. But, like, I was like, alright, I'll do this. And I was looking through all the blue cards I had, and I was like, well, I got a lot of things with flying. I got stuff that supports flying, so I guess I'll do that. And I mixed a little bit of red in there, because I had some red things with flying that supported things with flying, and it's like, alright, it's flying. My deck flies. Yeah, I got completely dominated. Like, I could barely do anything. Like, I don't get it. And, like, I would have, like, it's one of those things of, you can tell a deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't going to be very good before you even play it. Welcome, Steven. Make yourself comfy, Snorty. Let's talk. So glad I get to see you in your vibrant tuxedo, because you're rocking it. You know, it'll go great with what you're wearing? A conductor's cap. Alright, I'll try it on. Hope I chose well, Snorty. Aww. I'll wear it. Doesn't hurt. Bam. Matches colors. I'll wear it. But, like, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you build a bad deck, you can figure that out on your own by just drawing 5 cards. Like, if you draw your opening hand for that deck, and it is complete garbage, whole deck's gonna be. Especially if that happens consistently. Like, if your deck can draw a dead hand, you know, you're done for. But Magic is so slow that I imagine even the best decks still have dead hands. Thanks for picking this up. Found a recipe in an old dinosaur book I didn't know I had. That dino's gonna be real mad by now. Thought it smelled good. I want to share that smell with you. If you made it, scream, I made it! By Alfonso, Master Crafter. It's a wooden bookshelf. I mean, anything made of wood tends to smell pretty good, so, you know, works out. That scans. I have all the things to dig up, so I might as well get my bug net out just to play it safe. Though really, I think if I see a tarantula, I'm just gonna avoid it. So, like, I had no real idea that my deck was bad until I tried playing with it. And then realized, yeah, no, this deck might be, like, okay for, like, table Magic, where my opponent has an equally bad deck. But playing against randoms online, no, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work, Chief. So I deleted that deck and went back to playing structure decks. I might try, like, after doing, like, a stream, I might try, like, building a deck. Hey, Weber. What are you doing? What are you here to check out? Can you pick something out for me? I just want to chat, man. Clothes here are real neat. I'm gonna try some on. Walk around in them, maybe jump and run in them, too. Weber, something for you. I'm thinking this, my man. Now you want the goat hat? That's fair. Oh, you're after the mask or maybe the shoes. I think the shoes are too small for you. Okay, let's... I mean, we do got conductor's stuff, so I mean, I could do that, but there's no, like, there's no pants here. Yeah, this is nothing. Get a little masquerade mask going on. Well, there's just some socks. Finally, generic socks. They do exist. I mean, those seem pretty much like the style I'm actually wearing, so yeah. You can actually see them? Ah, of course he'd want the race car shirt. Weather's been feeling more spring-like lately, hasn't it? May even find that buying new seasonal clothes puts a spring in your step. Aww. I mean, I don't know what would be spring clothes. I just wear what I got. I barely ever even get new clothes. Like, honestly, like the shirt I got not long ago was a decent rarity. So you know, I didn't even pick it out. It was my mother and older sister were at the mall. Decided to pick it up for me. So. But, yeah, like, I do really want to try to understand how to build Magic Deck. Like, I understand the play of the game. There's a lot of the keywords I don't understand, which I'm pretty sure I've gone on this ramble before too, but like, I don't... Like, I need to go to the museum first. I don't really like the Magic keywords. And I know Magic the Gathering players would be like, but there's so much less to read, except there's just as much to read if you don't already know the keyword. You know, like, the fact I don't know the keywords means every time I see one on a card, I have to stop and read the keyword. Some of them make sense, yes. But, hey, guess what? Yu-Gi-Oh! Has keywords like that, too. Like, when we have monsters that inflict piercing damage, the cards no longer spell out exactly what that means. They just say it deals piercing damage. You know, we have keywords. It's just, our effects tend to explain themselves. You don't need some other resource to tell you what the effect means. Like, I have so many cards that I didn't even know what the keyword even really meant on until poking back at Arena. Like, I kind of know what scrying is now. You look at the whatever number of cards on the top of your deck, and then you can put, I'm guessing, all of them on the top or all on the bottom? All the cards I played only had scry 1, so I don't know how it works. You might get to pick certain... I don't know. Just said put them on top and bottom. So, okay. Generally, they went to the bottom. I mean, we'll like some milk in it, but it's fine. I mean, I'm drinking black coffee today anyway, so. I mean, I'm probably going to be going to bed, like, after I get this video edited, but, you know. I might stay up a bit longer. I don't know. But, like, it's just one of those things of, like, I wish the cards would just explain what they do. Like, I don't see how that's so difficult. Doesn't help, I also have cards on Arena that don't make sense. Like, going through my blue cards, because I built the blue deck. I was just going through. I have a 1-drop turtle. This turtle has 0 power, 5 toughness. No effect. For 1 mana. One blue mana. Pretty cool. I also have a turtle with no effect. For 2 mana with 0 power and 5 toughness. Why would you ever play the 2-cost turtle? I don't even know why I'm checking. 44. Yeah, the price dropped hard. Can't blame it. 1500? Nope, 94. This feels almost perfect for Gala, with how her house is. But I imagine this is going to be really pricey. No, it's only 1200. I'll buy it. Neat. But yeah, like, I even have some cards, so we're just looking at them, I'm like, man, that looks cool. I kind of want to build a deck around that, and then I only have one copy of it. And I'm fairly positive I can't get more copies easily. So, yeah, and it doesn't look like a particularly good card. It's a green-blue snake thingy. I don't even remember the effect. I just remember looking at it and going, man, that looks cool. Oh, that cherry blossom didn't click that I tried to catch it. Okay. Oh, Pinky's still singing. Oh, Sheldon's fishing too. Can't catch anything. I mean, it helps if there's actually something there to catch. That does help. Pick up a stick. There we go. Got the stick. Like, it's... Right, yeah, what it was basically, it was uncounterable, no, it was... You could target it, but it had Ward 4, so you'd have to pay 4 mana to target it with anything. And anytime it attacked and dealt damage, you created, like, 3/3/3 tokens, and it wasn't terribly expensive. I don't feel, anyway. I have a gift. Yes, for you, really. There you go. It looks perfect. Glass showcase. You don't want to give this to me? Thanks so much. I love that color. I've been looking at things like this to use as accents in my place. Here, where do you have my modern wood floor? Alright, there's modern wood. Just wonder where she's gonna put that. Hopefully over the clothing. And not, like, replacing a big piece of her furniture with it. I mean, I'm gonna admit, it does kind of feel like she lives in a bank vault. I feel like that's kind of the vibe, though. But yeah, like... And I know a lot of what I'm saying probably makes no sense to people who've never even seen a Magic card before, and that's fine. I feel like that should go to show anyone that has that I do understand a fair bit about the game. It's just like... It's complicated. And I don't understand how to build decks, because nothing seems to really, like, go together. Oh, it's Ed. I saw him earlier and was kind of hoping I wouldn't see him again. Top of the evening to ya. He's Jack Eddowes. Ed and I... joke went poorly. So I finally start to feel awake. It's young. But I'm not, so I'll be going to bed soon. I mean, honestly, if I could be awake through the night, I would. It's just, I realistically can't, so... Would love to do that, though, but... Just because it's just so much more peaceful at night. I will say one thing I can add. This is more IRL related. It was actually snowing today. Yep, there's my fishing rod. Thank you for your service, fishing rod. It actually snowed quite a bit, too, to the point where it actually built up some, so... That's pretty neat. Can't imagine the spring bugs are terribly happy, but given a lot of those are flies, yeah, I don't really mind. I say that after having gone on a little ramble quite a few videos back about how, like, there's clearly far fewer bugs around now than there was when I was younger. And that's just within my lifespan. Like, yeah, I mean, I shouldn't be happy that bugs, specifically flies, are, you know, possibly not terribly happy right now. No, I don't want to muscle in on Sheldon's fishing. So. Look for the cliffs. Get some cliff fishing. I don't think I cast far enough. Oh no, I did. Like, it's... I almost feel like the general thing is just find a keyword, build your entire deck around keyword, but then that, like, that's still really broad. Like, sure, I could build an entire deck around flying, but there's so many creatures with flying and things that affect flying, and like, surely I would also want like generic support too, but I don't even know what that generic support would be. Wonder if this will actually go far enough that the fish will see it. Or will I have to climb down? I think I might have to climb down. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm complicating things too much. But it just feels like every time I try to build a deck, it's not even to the quality of like a starter deck. Which is more or less what kind of bothers me about my deck building abilities in Magic. Because it's like, I can build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck that's better than a structure deck. Like, that's not difficult. But I don't know if that's just simply because I know Yu-Gi-Oh better. You know. It could be that, or it could just be Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that's easier to build decks in. Like... It's honestly hard for me to tell. Especially where, like, watching some Magic streamers and stuff, it's like, man, they're just, like, flying through deck building. Like... But them building decks very much felt like they were building what I would call good stuff decks. Like, it was a pre-release kind of stream that CGB was doing. And he was basically just building dragon decks in various colors, and was basically just grabbing best dragons for color. And that's what he was doing. Grabbing basically the same generic support between every deck. And it was like, okay, so you just build good stuff? Is that what it is? You just throw all of your best cards in one big pile and go for it? Like, because that's what it sure feels like. But then, you know, I was basically asking that in the comments, and there was people like, oh no, it's just, you know, that's just what he's doing right now. It's like, okay, but then how do you build a deck then? Like, I don't understand. I'm trying so hard to understand, and it does not make sense. Or nickels. Or dimes. Even quarters. Definitely doesn't make quarters. Like, I don't get it. I caught a tire. I am getting pretty tired. So, you know. Like, I really want to understand, because Magic seems like an interesting game. And, like, there has been times where I feel like I have understood how to build a deck, but that was, like... That was when I was playing Magic Chandelier. And I was basically just building slivers. That was my end goal of every playthrough I did of that game. Build slivers. Because, well, the slivers work with each other. A sliver boosts a sliver. You know, every sliver basically said, this card, this, you know, other slivers, this card and other slivers you control gain this effect. And it was like, alright, synergy. These work. They've basically never reprinted those, from what I understand. So, that doesn't really help me much. And, like, when looking into, like, building physical decks, looking through all the bulk we have, I found slivers, and I'm like, I know those, I can make those work, you know. But, like, to build a proper sliver deck out, you basically kind of need something like Sliver Queen, which is a stupidly expensive card. Doesn't seem to have ever been reprinted. His Magic does that. And, like, I feel like there has to be something along those lines in the game, because, like, it just doesn't make sense otherwise. Like, I'm probably missing something. Like, maybe there's, like, I know there's, like, tribe support is what they call it, where it's like, oh, if, you know, such and such a thing gains kind of like elves. But, like, I would call that type support, because we have the same thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! We have, you know, types, and those types can have support, and the type support tends to be decently generic, but stuff you'll probably want, like reinforcements of the army for warrior support. Fire Formation Tenki for Beast Warrior support. Bonfire for fire support. So that's attribute support at that point. Rekindling for more specific fire monsters with 200 defense. But, you know, we have generic support cards, but we also have, like, archetypes that those generic support cards can get put into. So on top of just having, say, reinforcements of the army, which lets you search out a level 4 or lower warrior monster and add it to your hand, we also have, like, elemental heroes, which have E-Call, which allows you to add an elemental hero from your deck to your hand. Elemental heroes are all warriors. So now you've got E-Call and reinforcements of the army. You know. So I feel like that's more what I'm missing when it comes to building a deck. It's just like, where's the archetypes? Where's the groups? And, like, it's clear that some of these are apparently the same, like, group. And, like, they'll, like, apparently the new set coming is based on one where they really fleshed out these various, like, cons and tribes and stuff, and it's like, good. Do they tell me what they are, or do I just have to guess? Like, how do I know they're supposed to work together? Because just because my deck can play 2 cards doesn't mean they go together. You know, and I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh's the same way. You know, that elemental hero deck could play Jack Knight. It doesn't mean the Poker Knights work with elemental heroes. You know, any deck that plays normal monsters could play, like, oh god, what's it called? Pacificus? Yeah, Pacificus, I believe. It's an entire archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Built around basically a big 2900 attack normal monster. And a field spell. The Pacificus is like the field spell name. It technically works with any normal monster. That doesn't mean that you're gonna be out here running, you know, the Poker Knights to make use of Jack Knight in that set, you know, with that field spell. Like, no. You're gonna be running the things that actually combo with what you're trying to run. was a balloon present. Where'd it go? I just saw it. It's gone now. Wait, was it going the other way? It might have been going out to sea. More cherry blossoms. It's like, I feel like that's kind of where I'm just not getting it. And like, another thing that I'm just not getting when it comes to Magic is, and this is very Yu-Gi-Oh! Brained of me, and I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players would agree on this. Why don't all of the colors have interaction? And what I mean by that is, like, blue has counter spells. Why doesn't everybody have counter spells? Countering what your opponent is doing is something everyone should want to do, right? Why would you want to have to run tools to deal with their thing when it's already on the field, when you could instead just run counter spells and deal with it before it hits the field? That just feels more natural, makes more sense. Like, which basically means why, I'm effectively questioning, why doesn't every deck have a blue component for the counter spells? You know. Hey, Sheldon. Oh, perfect. You interested in a sweet new nickname? Like what? Try this out. Touchdown. Sounds pretty good on you, huh? I'm just gonna go with sure. Just gonna call me Touchdown. Champion Touchdown. Okay, man. Whatever boats your float. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, Magic's weird. Like, I get it's a slower game. But, like... And I get that people don't like their things being countered. Like, that's something I've picked up on pretty much from what I have seen. Is just like, Magic the Gathering players don't like you countering their stuff. They want to be able to play their cards. And to that I say, tough shit. Like, I don't... I don't care if you don't like what I'm doing. I probably don't like what you're trying to do because it's going to beat me. So, that's just how games work. You know, that's, you know, you don't like your opponent doing things that are going to beat you. If me countering your thing beats you, then yeah, you're not gonna like that, but that's how card games work. I mean, as much as I do like the Pokemon TCG, that's one of the things that, like, I kind of dislike about it, is there is no way to counter your opponent. Your opponent just gets to do whatever they're doing, and you have really no say in the matter. The closest you tend to get is energy destruction, which tends to either be incredibly restrictive, incredibly luck-based, or just not printed. It really depends on the format. So, like, I don't get it, you know? It's just weird. Oh, I can't carry anything else. I'll just let it go. That's my cue to go sell things. That's my cue. I've been rambling for quite a long time now. Actually, I don't even know what I'm going to do the rest of tonight. I feel like just looking at how long I've been going, near enough 40 minutes, this has been a decent length video. Oh, that was probably a new bug I just scared off. I really need to be paying attention. I feel like I might play more World of Tanks Blitz. I know I've been streaming that decently often lately. It's just, I've been really enjoying it, so. Or that would be why. Like, it has consistently stayed fun. I haven't had to chase the fun, which is good. I mean, really, wargaming titles just seem good at that. Like, they're just fun until they're not. And it tends to take them a good long time to become not fun. Like, World of Warships took a really long time for me to stop finding it fun. That's why I haven't really played it lately. I just stopped having fun with it. Like, I feel like how kind of just negative the community's gotten really just started bumming me out. And, like, it doesn't help that currently they're testing basically the gutting of aircraft carriers, which, like, one of my favorite types of ship. Like, I don't play them terribly often because they aren't terribly good, and they're nerfing them. So it's like, okay, I guess I'm never playing an aircraft carrier then. So, yeah, that's something. You know, I think I'm going to end things off here. We're going to listen to Pinky sing us into the outro instead of the normal outro music. So with that, I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then. And now in this end card, I'd like to ask, if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.